Good evening, everybody. David Paul with you in the KHOU 11 Weather Center. Before you even say anything, this is not what's happening right now. This is what it looked like back when Tropical Storm Allison was forming and making landfall on this day back in 2001. On the 5th, the weak Tropical Storm Allison made landfall on the upper Texas coast on the 5th. There's a weak tropical storm. And it did a little bit of flooding when it first made landfall on this day back in 2001, and then it moved inland and parked itself here near Lufkin for a day. Put some rain down in Dallas, made a little loop around, and then it was as we went into the night of the 7th, that's when it came down, parked itself over West Harris County, and that put us on the onshore and also the lifting side of this, what was then just a remnant low. Wasn't even a tropical storm when Tropical Storm Allison flooded us on the night of the 7th. That was quite a night. Rain totals 30 to almost 40 inches in some places. Then on the afternoon of the 8th into the 9th, it moved back out over the water, cruised on to Louisiana. It caused flooding all the way down the Gulf Coast. So the time span for Allison 01 was the 5th through the 8th, making landfall on the 5th, then sitting up near Lufkin the 6th, and then it was the night of the 7th that it came back here, exiting on the morning of the 8th. Stalled across the area. It's these stalled systems that can cause catastrophic flooding. So this one dumped up to 40 inches. I think the actual total was 38.5 inches, northeast Harris County. 23 fatalities across the Gulf Coast region, some of those here. And then, yeah, it's been 24 years since that. When Allison hit, as about a year later, the report came out, which was explaining that Tropical Storm Allison was just off the chart, 500-year flood. The chances of this happening again, in our lifetime are 0. And then Harvey hit in 2017 and was much worse. We had rain totals that went up to 60 inches, and we had to rewrite what we thought was off the charts. And it really wasn't anything special about either system. It's just that both of them stalled and sat for days in a spot that provided us on the wet side, the lifting side of that mechanism. So sometimes it's not the strong ones that get us. Hot and hazy weekend is what we're looking at. It's already a little hazy outside right now. That's a little bit of dust from the western Sahara Desert. We'll get more Saharan dust this weekend. We'll look at that. and then a wet weather pattern next week. We're going to go back into wet and stormy rounds of rain off and on most of next week. Here's the weekend. The weekend is this heat wave. It's a short-lived but very intense heat wave. Saturday, high 98, heat index 105 or above. Sunday, a high of 99. Some neighborhoods I expect will tip the century mark. Heat index 107 or above. So use all your hot weather precautions this weekend for sure. Check on each other. Prehydrate the day before. You got a round of golf? Start drinking Gatorade the day before. I'm serious. This works. And then keep drinking it with water mixed in all the day you're drinking. You're outside doing whatever outdoor activity you're doing. And then keep drinking after you're done. 99 on Sunday again. I've got that heat index at 107. I think that could go higher. I think we may see heat indexes 110 or above. High temp today went to 94. Hello, Med Center. Hello, Herman Park. Normal is 91. Record is 105. That was during the drought year of 2011. That was when we had a 50-year plus drought cycle all come together, a 10-year, a 20-year, and a 50-year cycle all kind of lined up for a tremendous drought. That 105 in 2011, I remember it like it was yesterday. It was a dry heat. We had very low humidity. But when you have lower humidity, that can, under the right conditions, allow temperatures to just soar. And that's what happened during the year of 2011. Very, very dry, very, very hot. Had Lake Conroe drop down to the lowest level it had ever been since it had been made and filled up back in the 70s. 56 is the record low for today in 1969. It can get cool this time of the year. Outside, as we begin the evening here on this Thursday night, 91. Winds are southeast at 16, dew point 73. Feels like 99 out there. It's very humid out there with a dew point of 73. And so a couple of things from this shot. This is our Gulf Freeway camera. I don't know if the camera's cracked or damaged or if that's a little bit of moisture inside the camera. That's definitely some moisture in the camera. Had a heavy downpour here on the camera yesterday. So we're looking north, but I wanted the shot up because it has been showing the dying embers of what was a little shower off to the north and west of Houston. Downtown is dry. Gulf Freeway is dry. Everybody is dry right now, almost everybody. It's 87 in Galveston, Bush is 91, Huntsville is 90, Sugar Land is 90, typical stuff for this time of the year. And as we go through the evening, we will stay very warm and very humid overnight tonight. Midnight, 1 a.m., still 81 with humidity levels, dew points still up there in the 70s. So a sticky summer evening tonight. The radar has been interesting. We had one or two little showers earlier. Those have all but fizzled except for this little guy right up here. Yeah, and what's left of it, and I'll move the radar for you a little bit so we can see it. That gave a little downpour out here. That's 1960 at 249, and then it's kind of drifted up 249. So there's Louetta where it meets 249. You know, there's Spring Cypress. I think there's an HEB sitting right in there. So folks at HEB, you could get a sprinkle shower, but that's it. This has been weakening and dying over the past 30 minutes as it drifts northwest up 249. So we're going to be quiet as we head into the evening. Overnight is quiet, humid, southeast breeze at 10. Very humid in the morning, but no rain at 7 a.m. We go into 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, so a couple of isolated showers, but rain chance are no more than 10 to 20%. I've put a 20% rain chance in there. Looking at this, I really think it's lower than that, but a couple of isolated showers are going to pop up in the warmth of the afternoon, then they'll fizzle out as we head into the evening. I don't know why my camera's died, but it has. Next 3 days. Tomorrow, 97, 20% rain chance. Saturday, 98. Sunday, 99. Again, with those heat indexes well over 100. So just take it easy. Cool off in the air-conditioned space so that your body's core temperature can cool down. Just taking a break in the shade and drinking water, you're still out there in that heat, even though that helps as well. What's going on is we're going to get a ridge built across northern Mexico and South Texas. That's a mountain of air overhead. It's sinking air. So when you get this mountain of air and it's sinking air, it compresses the atmosphere. And when you compress a gas, I think it's Boyle's law. When you compress a gas, it is going to heat up. And so that's what happens when you get these mountains of air overhead. It's like your big brother sitting on you. It gets you angry. that mountain of air pressing down on the atmosphere, heats it up, and so it helps us to get to these high temperatures. So as we look at the 10-day highs, 97 Friday, 98 Saturday, 99 on Sunday. Very hot. Then we get a break. It's not a cold front, it's rain. This is the rainy pattern that arrives early next week and sticks around most of the week. And at times, I think we're going to see some heavy rounds of rain as we head into especially Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week. I had a drought update today. Actually, more improvement for Houston with the rain we've had. We're not in drought at all. Good soil moisture content for almost all of Southeast Texas. Austin County, Colorado County, it's not quite as good. You're in dry to moderate drought, Colorado County. But the tanks are all full. So it's nice to be going into summer, farmers, ranchers with your farm tanks having plenty of water in them. That's not the case out towards San Antonio, although they've had some improvement. This is an improvement in the drought conditions for San Antonio. It shrunk the exceptional drought. That used to be filled in the dark red. Now it's just the lighter red, extreme drought. So from San Antonio into the West Texas, the Big Bend out into West Texas, it's exceptional drought. Now that's an arid region. They're normally dry. It's a desert, but for even them, it's unusually dry. What's the rainfall outlook? June 11th through the 15th, above normal, smack dab across Houston, Southeast Texas, and the Gulf Coast of Texas and Louisiana. So expect this wet weather pattern to get going next week and last for quite a while. As far as temperatures go, it's interesting. They've got the Gulf Coast painted a little bit above normal. The inland area is near normal, so that would be overall highs near about 90 or so, 90, 91. They've painted West Texas and Central Texas in a little bit below normal. It's just a reflection of the wet weather pattern that we're going to get across Texas June 11th through the 15th. And the cloud cover and the rain just knocks temperatures down just a little bit. In the tropics, after earlier in the week, Hurricane Center was monitoring the possibility for development right here off the Carolina coast. That's not going to happen. We're not seeing any development here, so no tropical development across the basin, including the Caribbean and the Gulf, for the next 7 days. Again, we just take it one day at a time, and that's the reason to watch the weather at least once a day. This is a great place to get it once a day. It's always up here for you on KHOU 11 Plus and here at KHOU.com, and we've always got you covered. Big picture, Saharan dust. Another round is right now coming off the west coast of Africa, the Saharan desert being here. There's Dakar, Cape Verde Islands, and here comes a plume of dust. This dust is common this time of the year to be coming off and be quite thick. Dust is dry air and it's sinking air. It's exactly the opposite of what you want to get a tropical system going. You need moisture and rising air for a tropical system to get going, among other things, but the dust kind of keeps a lid on development out here, and it can really suppress development. So right now, as that plume comes across, it's one of the reasons why we're not seeing any activity forecast for the next 7 days. Here's what it looks like right now closer to home. There is a little bit of dust already here. It's been here all week. It's a little thicker over the Gulf and the Bahamas. As we put this forecast in motion, as the dust approaches here, it thins out, but we're still going to get a little bit of an increase in our dust and hazy skies on Friday evening and Saturday. So not only hot and humid, but hazy as we go through the weekend as well. Here's Friday's numbers. Basically just hot and humid. 77 in the morning, 91 by lunchtime, 97 in the afternoon on Friday. It's an isolated shower or thunder shower, 20% rain chance or less. The extended forecast, Saturday 98, Sunday 99 on one of the hotter, hazier weekends in Houston you'll see all summer. And then the rain chances ramp up. 40% on Monday, Tuesday 80%, Wednesday 70%, Thursday 70%. Street ponding, street flooding will be the greatest threat. We may from time to time have a severe thunderstorm with gusty wind and hail in some of these batches of storms that come through next week. So download the app and you'll get the notifications no matter where you are. And then temperatures knock down into the 80s as it cools things down a little bit. So that's the fringe benefit of the rain coming in. Active next 7 days with the heat and the rain. Have a beautiful evening, everybody.